And it's we're ready to go. We've got something very cool, Melissa Lamb, and we are talking about a Pinterest segment. This is a segment where we have a Pinterest board, CTD More and Live, connected through our Twitter too, where all good ideas in life are put up there.
Gosh, it's such an amazing site. You know, you can use it from anything to baking, to fitness, to
decor.
Travel, decor, weddings. It's just really an online magazine of anything and everything you can think of. That's exactly it.
Today's idea is what?
Well, today I was inspired by yesterday's report that they released about child obesity and the fact that 1/3 of Ontario kids are overweight or obese. So obviously this is a huge problem within our city and within our province. So I thought I'd give parents some alternative ways to making the traditional snack in a lunch, which is a granola bar.
Right, but the granola bar of today has a lot more in common with a chocolate bar than anything else sometimes. Sometimes, not all of them.
That's right, because kids, you know, they want something chocolatey and tasty. They want that toy or whatever else is inside the granola bar.
And then, Melissa,
preservatives, sugar, you have all that stuff added in it.
And then on top of that, when you want to go for the very healthy granola bar, I'm spending a ton of money compared.
It is expensive.
Let's keep it the cost low and see what we can do.
And the great thing about this recipe is
I'm going to work on this.
I'm just going to give you eye motions here and tell you that we want this banana mash.
Okay, good.
All right, that's the first step. The nice thing about this recipe is that you can alter it very easily to suit the needs of your children and your family.
Okay.
So if someone doesn't like chocolate chips, you take it out. If someone likes, you know,
raisins, doesn't like raisins,
cranberry, whatever you want, you can alter it very easily.
Raisins is a good idea too. Okay.
So the banana, you want
the whole thing,
full banana,
I'm
so
just
ripe banana.
Working it out. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Okay. Good.
And then we're gonna add some peanut butter, about a tablespoon or so. Gob it in there. And I use the all-natural stuff. Why add sugar when you don't need it?
Okay, good call.
Right.
Especially since if you are using chocolate chips or something like that, and the banana will both sweeten it, right?
And we are going to use a bit of maple syrup, which is a natural sweetener, so at least you're not adding tons of sugar.
Okay.
You can also add honey as your liquid, just basically whatever. You don't even have to add that in there.
Okay.
Just depending on what you prefer.
So peanut butter, banana.
Peanut butter, banana.
You're already my best friend. So that's two great flavors, right?
And we're actually going to add a little bit of cocoa powder, which who doesn't love a little bit of chocolate? And that's obviously an antioxidant, but you're not getting the sugar as you would in regular.
Okay. Is that mashed enough, you think?
Perfect. That's great. Yeah. And you don't have to be fussy with this recipe. That's the nice thing about it, because you're going to keep on blending it together.
There we go.
So while I'm mixing this, I'll get you to add the maple syrup for us.
Okay, right in there while you're mixing.
So you always want to kind of mash your wet ingredients together.
Good time of year for this too. All right, whole thing.
Perfect. Yeah, drop it in there.
Okay, good stuff. Let's show them what it looks like as you're going ahead here.
So it's just kind of like a chocolate melange here.
Nice, I like that.
But it smells so good,
smells
right?
amazing. You're right about that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And like I said, you don't have to be perfect. You don't have to worry about getting those lumpy bananas out.
Well, that's going to be the good parts of the granola bar.
So now we're going to add the oatmeal.
Okay.
You want about a half a cup. And the nice thing about this recipe is you can alter it. So I've actually halved the recipe because I live alone. I don't need 2,400.
Right. I know we're talking about so you can alter the amounts, right?
Alter the amounts.
We're talking about and the ingredients are customizable as well. Now you talked about healthy, and of course I start thinking about something that might not be too not as healthy, but I would maybe do some Special K in here for a little crunch.
And that's exactly it. You want to add a crunchy cereal. That's what it recommends.
So you've got bran because you're responsible.
Added bran. That's right. No sugar bran, but you can add Special K, Cheerios. I mean, the list goes on and on. So just take your kid's favorite cereal and add it in there.
Yeah.
And that's going to kind of be the consistency. So you don't have to measure that because the cereal and the oatmeal.
You'll know by look, right? It should look like granola.
Exactly. Now, what I like is I added some cranberries and some goji berries in here.
Nice.
Give it a few sesame seeds.
Okay.
And of course, some chocolatey chips.
Right. And if you want to steer clear of nuts, you can do that as well.
Exactly.
Because you're sending your kids to school with it.
It's so easy, and there's no preservatives, there's nothing in here. The nice thing about this recipe is it freezes really well.
Okay.
So, you know, if you make enough for a week, you can just freeze them and pop them out of the fridge.
Right.
So.
Okay, so, and it's ready to go. Is there a bake? Do you bake it?
No bake, it's ready. Seriously, this is ready to go. See how the consistency was a bit wet, so I just added a bit more cereal into it.
So it's that easy.
Because you want it kind of tacky, just because when you make the little balls together, you don't want it so it's going to be all over your hand.
So, and it's easy enough, what, you just roll it up?
You just roll it up, make the little ball, pop in the fridge for an hour, and it's ready to eat. And they're pretty good.
They're not pretty good. They're really good.
I know. I was having fun last night eating them. And I want to show you just another trick really quickly. If you don't want to get your hands messy, just take your baking cup. I need a smaller spoon here.
Okay.
Oh, the empty bag.
I took it. There you go.
Anyways, you just take an empty spoon and gob.
Oh, and then walk away.
Walk away.
And does this set over
And then
time?
it sets over time with the fridge, so you don't have to worry about getting your hands dirty.
Check her out on Pinterest, CTV Otmorn Live. Thank you so much, Melissa.
You're welcome.
There's a good idea for granola bars. We're back.